These are some of the best smartphone accessories for photo and video. How do I know? Well, my phone is my most used camera, and while it takes great photos and videos, I have found that using just a few of these accessories has not only improved my image quality, but also made the photo and video creation process much more comfortable and convenient. And I end up with photo and video results that I am truly proud of. I'm going to share my findings with you in this video. I go over a ton of products, so I've broken everything down into 12 sections, and there are chapter markers down below to divide everything up and make it a little more organized. Now, first of all of these accessories are compatible with iPhones and Androids. However, some are MagSafe specific, so I'll make note of them when that's the case. But in case you don't know, there are phone cases and adapters that can turn Android phones into MagSafe-friendly devices. So you might want to look into them because MagSafe really is quite convenient. Let's start with pocket-sized dedicated phone tripods that you can use as is with your phone. The first three are universal mounts for any phone, and they're all by Ulanzi. First is the Crab Tripod. Made of all metal, it clamps around your phone and you can adjust the height and the angle. It can be used to handhold vlog or placed on a flat surface. There's a cold shoe mount on top for attaching accessories, and the base has not only a 1/4-20 hole for attaching to mini tripods, but it's also an Arca Swiss mount, so you can stick it on a regular sized tripod ball head. Next is the Ulanzi MA26, an all-metal foldable phone tripod for any phone. It can be positioned similar to the Crab Tripod, and it also has a built-in cold shoe. But there's no 1/4-20 hole or Arca Swiss mount built in. But it does have a wider, more stable tripod base, and it folds up so small it fits in your pocket very easily. And next is this tiny guy, the plastic Ulanzi JJ02. It's ultra compact and lightweight, and it can also be used as a phone grip when it's folded up. Or you can unfold it and even extend it. It's got a cold shoe mount for accessories, and it is surprisingly strong. It's got about a 500-gram load for being all plastic. These last two tripods are for MagSafe phones. The first is the 10-in-1 Kinu Stance Plus. I made a dedicated video about this gadget because there is so much that it can do. But essentially, it can be a phone stand, a magnet mount, a hand grip, a thumb loop, and so much more. It's all metal, so it has really great build quality, but it is a little bit more expensive than you'd expect. And finally, there's the Peak Design Mobile Tripod, which is sleek and very compact. It is best used for getting low-angle shots, or setting up your phone without using a really big, noticeable tripod. When I first got this, I was really skeptical. I thought that my phone stand wallet was good enough. But the truth is, those phone stands are really good at getting one angle only, usually only if you're consuming content or doing a quick Zoom call. A mini tripod like this has the ball head, and this helps you get a much better position of your phone and also get better camera angles. It is pretty pricey, but it does come with Peak Design's lifetime warranty, and it's so slim and compact when it's attached to your phone. Now let's get into phone grips. Hand-holding your phone is okay, and it will get the job done. But using a grip will give you better control over stabilization, and it also helps make your phone feel more comfortable in your hands. Now at a very basic level, you can get a pop socket. I've used this for years, and I still do on occasion because now mine is MagSafe, so I can take it on and off as I please. But I do like it because I don't have to use all my fingers to grip the phone to use it. But there are also more grips out there that make it feel like you're holding a real camera. Now for $16, you can get the Ulanzi Cap Grip or the MA35. Both of these are universal mounts, so they clip to just about any phone. They also have a Bluetooth shutter button built into the handles, so you will need to recharge it via USB-C if you're going to use it, but you don't have to. They also have cold shoe mounts on top for attaching other accessories, as well as 1/4-20 holes on the bottom to mount to tripods or selfie sticks. And they have mirrors up front to help you frame your shot. Now the main difference between these Ulanzi grips is that the phone attachment portion of the MA35 rotates more easily, so you can go from shooting horizontal to vertical video or photos, while the cap grip does not do that. Also, the MA35 can add optional MagSafe accessories like a fill light, while the cap grip cannot. Now you can splurge and get the more premium version of this phone grip called the ShiftCam Snap Grip. This is for MagSafe attachments only, but it makes it a lot faster to mount and dismount to your phone, and also to switch from horizontal to vertical shooting. It has a built-in Bluetooth shutter button, and the grip doubles as a wireless power bank. But it does lack the built-in cold shoe mount and the 1/4 20 holes. Instead, you have to buy into the whole Snap Grip ecosystem to add those features via MagSafe. So it's better looking and slightly more functional with MagSafe, but also a lot more expensive than going with the Ulanzi options. Next up are phone mounts, which are an alternative to the phone grips, but you can't use them together. But they do allow you to add more accessories to your phone. First is the Universal Fit Joby Grip Tight Pro. You unlock the back to easily insert any phone, and you can rotate it from horizontal to vertical orientation. There's also a cold shoe mount on top for attaching accessories. And because it's the same company as GorillaPod, there are 1/4 20 mounts in the base for adding the little GorillaPod bendy arms for even more accessories. And finally, there's a 1/4 20 hole on the bottom to attach this grip to mini tripods. These next 3 phone mounts are for MagSafe only. First is the Ulanzi ST28. It is very simple with a MagSafe pad and a 1/4 20 mount, and an optional cold shoe mount. Next is the Rode MagSafe mount, also with the 1/4 20 hole in the bottom. It is slimmer than the Ulanzi, and it looks very similar to the Moment version. But I prefer Rode's version because it can easily be deconstructed to fit into small pockets. And you can add cold shoe mounts in your desired position, just by slipping the cold shoe mount into place. The Peak Design Mobile Creator Kit is next. It works with any MagSafe compatible phone or phone case, but it works the absolute best with the Peak Design Everyday Phone Case. When these two are attached, this is the strongest MagSafe attachment that I have ever tried. With that said, the Peak Design does not have a cold shoe mount or a 1/4 20 hole. Instead, it has an Arca Swiss tripod plate built into the base. You can prop up your phone as is, but it is definitely intended to be used with an Arca Swiss tripod ball head or the Peak Design capture clip. So it's more handy if you're a regular tripod user. Finally is a camera cage, which I've actually been preferring over the gimbal lately. Not only does it help you stabilize your footage, especially if you add a tripod to the bottom to get the 3 points of contact, but it also gives you tons of areas to mount your accessories. Now I'll talk more about the specific accessories that you might want to add to your smartphone filmmaking rig, but a cage is one of the best ways to build up your rig. Specifically, I recommend a universal smartphone cage, so you don't have to buy a brand new one every time you switch phones. Ulanzi makes a really great universal mount, and Rode makes a really great MagSafe version. So now you've got a phone grip or a mount with a 1/4 20 hole. Now the next accessory you might want to add is a mini tripod to give your phone a platform. The smallest mini tripod that I recommend is by PGY Tech. I use it with all of my other small cameras too, like my GoPro and my DJI Pocket 3. But it also works really well with phones. It has a 1/4 20 mount plus the GoPro fingers, so you can easily adjust the angle. And it extends, so it's great for shooting at eye level when you're sitting at a table, or when you're walking and vlogging. If you want a sturdier version of this PGY Tech, the Ulanzi MT47 is a lot more robust. It even holds my mirrorless camera with ease, so it's very strong. But it also extends, and it has an Arca Swiss ball head, so it's a great complement to the Peak Design Mobile Creator Kit. Another option is the PGY Tech Mantis Pod. It gets really long and it's very easy to adjust the angle. Plus it has a built-in mini tripod and this little latch, which makes it really easy to mount in tricky places. But my favorite tripod of all is actually a light stand. This is the Ulanzi MT79. It gets up to 6.5 feet tall, but it folds down to a relatively compact size. I use this tripod with all of my compact cameras whenever I need to get full body shots. The only issue is that it needs to be on flat ground, because it is technically a light stand. So if you need a real full-size tripod, the Ulanzi Video Go is my favorite. It's lightweight but very sturdy, and you can attach an Arca Swiss mount or use the included tripod plate to attach any of the aforementioned phone mounts or grips. And of course you can use it with cameras other than your smartphone. Next, let's go over the creative mounts that help you capture non-traditional angles, so you're not just holding your camera out at an arm's length. First is the necklace mount. When paired with the wide-angle lens on your phone, this works really well to help you capture first-person POV shots. I like the PGY Tech necklace mount the most because it comes with these optional chest straps to give your camera even more stability. Otherwise, it's prone to shaking around a lot when you're moving. Next is a suction cup mount, which I use to stick my phone on the outside of my car, or on the inside or the outside windows of my car. This is great for capturing driving shots in particular, but you can stick the suction cup on other surfaces as well. Alternatively, if you encounter metal surfaces a lot, this magnetic mount works very similarly, but I personally use the suction cup the most. Finally, I had the classic Gorilla Pod with its bendy arms. This can double as a mini tripod, but I do find that it's hard to keep the bendy legs straight. So I purely use the Gorilla Pod when I want to wrap my camera around something like a tree or a telephone pole. This next section is rather small because I have a dedicated video that deep dives into the best smartphone gimbal. But in case you don't know what a gimbal is, it's an electronic stabilizer that helps you get smooth video footage. Now, most gimbals can also help you do other things, like capturing moving time lapses, or even AI track a subject. My gimbal of choice is currently the DJI M6 for its small size, or the Hohem iSteady M6 if you want AI tracking and a slightly more robust gimbal. But please watch that other dedicated smartphone gimbal comparison video if you want more details and options. Now, these next 3 types of accessories have really helped me improve my smartphone video quality. First is an external memory card or a hard drive, which I need in order to shoot log footage on my iPhone. Log is a flat picture profile that you have to edit in post-production, but the benefit is that it gives you more control over the highlights, the shadows, the colors, and the overall look of your shot. Now, log shooting is possible on the iPhone, and I believe you can also do it on Androids with apps like Open Camera or Filmic Pro. But no matter what kind of camera you're using, shooting in log takes up much more storage space on your phone. On my iPhone, because I have the 128 gig version, I can't even shoot in 60 frames per second log or in 4K log because I don't have enough internal storage. So if I want to shoot log with those settings, I have to add external memory. The fastest and cheapest way to do this is to use a USB-C card reader with an SD card inserted. But you can also attach a mini hard drive directly to your phone and shoot on it. My favorite hard drive is the Samsung T5 SSD, which is not only super compact, but also quite fast. This is what I edit all of my 4K videos on. Just note that you'll also need to have a cage or a rig to attach the hard drive to your phone. Now, the other problem with shooting in log video format is that you have to edit it, otherwise it just doesn't look right. If you don't know how to edit or color grade log video, the sponsor of this video can really help you out. Skillshare is an on-demand platform with thousands of classes taught by industry professionals. Skillshare has classes in a variety of categories, including creative writing, graphic design, music, photography, and even marketing and productivity. You can learn not only how to color grade log footage, but you can dive deeper into specific video editing programs, or even study color theory itself and how it can apply to other parts of your life outside of media creation. Or maybe you're like me and you want a specific set of classes to take in order, plus a class project that you do in the process. If so, you can opt for a Skillshare learning path like this one that teaches you how to create videos for social media in just under 3.5 hours. So if you want to try Skillshare out for yourself, use my link below. The first 500 people to use my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. And now let's continue on with the remaining smartphone video accessories, starting with microphones. Adding an external microphone is the easiest way to instantly improve the video quality of your smartphone. So right now we're using the built-in microphones on the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm sure they sound okay, but I do have a waterfall behind me. And so I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the directional microphone that I have on top. This is the Rode Video Micro 2. So now that the microphone has been plugged in, this is what it sounds like recording directly to this microphone. I've heard the audio samples and I hear a pretty big difference if I do this. It's a pretty big difference, huh? Now, as for which microphone is best, there are 2 types. There's a wired directional microphone, which is ideal if you're going to be shooting somewhere where the sound source will be changing a lot, Like one person is here and another person is there, and you have to constantly move between the two. But there are also wireless microphone systems, which are ideal if you're filming one or two subjects consistently, because you can clip the transmitter with the built-in microphone directly to the person who is speaking on camera. You can also opt for a wireless microphone. This is the DJI Mic 2. You can connect this wirelessly to your phone via Bluetooth, or you can record internally. So right now I am recording internally to the DJI Mic 2. It's going to take a little bit of time in post-production to sync the audio with the video. I have another video about how to do that for free. Check it out in the description below. But the benefit to using a wireless mic like this is that I can get further away from the camera. I don't have to be directly in front of the camera like I do if I'm using the internal microphones or using the directional microphone. I can get a little bit further away, and you should still be able to hear me pretty well. Now for wired smartphone microphones, my favorite is the Rode Video Micro 2 for its small size and relatively low price point. And for wireless microphones, the Rode Wireless Pro is the absolute best if you have the money to spare because it has the best sound quality. But if you've got a slightly smaller budget and or you want the option to connect wirelessly to your main camera via Bluetooth, you can't go wrong with the DJI Mic 2. But if you're on a $100 budget for wireless microphones, the Ulanzi UMic AM18 is a steal. The sound quality is pretty great, and it's got a lot of pro-level features that are often missing on budget wireless microphone kits. This is a sound test of the iPhone 15 Pro with no microphone attached. This is what it sounds like straight at a camera, no editing. And this is a sound test with the Rode Video Micro 2, a directional shotgun microphone directly plugged into the iPhone. So this is what it sounds like recording on this microphone. This is a sound test with the Rode Wireless Pro using the built-in microphone on the transmitter. Sound is unedited, and this is what it sounds like. This is a sound test with the DJI Mic 2 using the built-in microphone on the transmitter. This is what it sounds like recording on this microphone. This is a sound test with the Ulanzi UMic AM18 using the built-in microphone on the transmitter. This is what it sounds like recording on this microphone. Just note that if you get either the Rode mic or the Ulanzi, you'll need two things. Number one is a mount or a cage with a cold shoe mount to attach the receiver, and a TRRS cable plus a USB-C adapter to attach the receiver to your phone. Now, besides microphones, another essential smartphone video accessory is a fill light. Even when you're filming in daylight, it helps to have light to fill in the shadows or even out the lighting in your scene to make it appear slightly more cinematic. And obviously, having a light is great for filming indoors or in low light environments. I'm going to start with the MagSafe lights and then go on to universal options. Now these MagSafe lights are intended for iPhone, but they also come with adapter stickers, so you can add MagSafe to just about any phone. The lights look pretty similar, and they function very similarly too. The first is the Ulanzi LM19 for $20, and the other is the ShiftCam Snap Light at double the price. This is an example of shooting on the iPhone 15 Pro in a very poorly lit indoor room. Gonna go ahead and turn on a light now. There we go with the snap light. So the snap light, it is dimmable, but there are only like 3 different brightness levels. So there's one. That is the brightest. Oh, actually, no, one more. So 4. Yep, 4 brightness levels and no ability to control the temperature. So you're kind of stuck with this bluish, really cool looking light. Next up, we're going to test out the Ulanzi light, and I just discovered this, but you can actually pull the light up so you can adjust the height, which is really, really nice. We'll go ahead and turn it on. So there we go. The other thing about the Ulanzi light is that it's got temperature control, and they're wheels. So you can really control, just how much of the temperature that you're getting or how much brightness you're getting. So this is warm, and we're going up with the brightness level. Probably a hair too bright, so we'll bring it down a little bit, but we can make it cooler if we decide to. So here's a cooler tone, and once again, can control the brightness or the dim. Go super dim or max brightness. So more control and customization on the Ulanzi light. But both of these lights are really nice because they fold down and are super easy to slip into your pocket and attach to your phone as needed. Now on to universal lights, starting with the LumeCube 2.0. This is a rugged, waterproof, dimmable light that also has a bunch of optional lighting modifiers if you want to get creative and shape your light. But I mainly use this diffusion dome to soften the light. Now the LumeCube can work with just about any camera, not just phones, but you will need a mount or a cage to attach the light. The next universal light that I recommend is also the biggest one on this list. It's the Juwin Molus X60 RGB, a multicolor light that looks like a camera when it's assembled, but it packs down quite small for how bright and powerful it is. This is a light that comes with a battery source, so you don't have to plug it in, but it will need its own light stand. So you want to pair it with a mini tripod, or use the Ulanzi light stand. But it can make a huge impact on your image quality, without taking up a ton of room in your camera bag. Next up, we're going to test out the LumeCube light. So I'll go ahead and power it on. There, very bright. We don't have any modifiers, but I'm going to go ahead and add this diffuser. So there we are with the diffuser. And again, we can adjust the brightness levels on this one as well. So that's even brighter, 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 brighter. We can go super bright with this light. But for the LumeCube, if you want to adjust the temperature to make it warmer, I definitely would. You would have to use a gel or a filter. So now I've added a colored gel to the LumeCube, so you can see that the light is a lot warmer, and we've also got that diffusion dome on top of it. So to me, this is the sweet spot if you're going to use the LumeCube. Requires a little bit more investment for those accessories, but really nice because you can use it with pretty much any phone and even other cameras. And it is waterproof and crush proof and an action light. Finally, we have the Juwin Molus light to test. Even though this is a compact light, it is the biggest of the bunch, and therefore it is quite powerful, as you're going to see when I turn it on. So there we go, I'm turning it on. This is actually very dim. It can go very bright, so bright that I don't recommend pointing this directly at yourself. I actually recommend, especially if you're shooting indoors, to bounce it off of a surface. So I have it pointed at a wall, which to me gives it really nice lighting. I can even point it up at the ceiling. So yeah, I would bounce this light personally. I wouldn't point it directly at you because it is so powerful. But if you need a really big light source, really big and powerful light source, then this is a really great option. Next, let's talk about smartphone lenses and filters. In case you're unfamiliar, there are lenses out there that you can attach on top of your phone camera lenses, typically by using a dedicated phone case. But as you might note, most phones now come with built-in lenses, so you don't necessarily need to buy dedicated phone lenses. But they can still be very helpful if you want to get creative effects, like the fisheye effect, or anamorphic light streaks. Personally, these are the only times that I reach for phone lenses. As for which one is best, Moment lenses have been around for a long time, and Shift Cam are the new players on the block. And they both make really high quality products, so I don't think you can go wrong with either choice. But I will say that I like the Shift Cam phone case more. Another accessory that can help you improve image quality is a filter, which covers the front of your phone camera lenses. Mist filters can help soften the often over-sharpened look that you'll get straight at a camera, while polarizers can make your colors seem more saturated, as well as cut through the reflection glare that you might get from water or glass. My favorite way to add these filters is to use a relatively new product, the Ulanzi Mag Filter. It's made for MagSafe attachments, but again, you can add your own MagSafe ring adapter or a phone case if you have a non-MagSafe phone. The next accessory that I recommend is a power bank, because especially if you're going to be filming at high resolutions for a long period of time, your phone is going to need a little bit of extra juice to keep filming or taking photos. So some of these accessories here, like these phone grips, actually have built-in power banks, but honestly not many of them do. So the power bank that I like to use right now is by Anker. It's the Anker Nano, and it's a little bit bigger than my phone in terms of the weight, but it's really nice because it has a built-in USB-C cable, so I don't have to carry that piece separately. And so I like to use that anytime I need to juice up my phone, or I can also plug it into a smaller camera. like my DJI Pocket 3 or even my DJI Mic 2. So it's just really nice to have that power bank with me, especially if I'm going to be out filming all day or traveling. Finally, we have a bag or a carrying case. My absolute favorite one is the PGY Tech One Go Solo V2 camera bag. I have the 4-liter and the 6-liter versions, and I also have a dedicated video that deep dives more into it. But essentially, the 6-liter is great if I'm carrying a lot of camera gear, but the 4-liter is my actual everyday carry that I use in place of a purse. Alternatively, ShiftCam also has a camera bag that is made specifically for carrying mobile video accessories. And I also have a dedicated review of that bag if you want to learn more. But essentially, if you're going to be using a lot of video accessories, then you definitely need to have some kind of bag to carry everything in and keep them safe. Whew. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. You've finally reached the end. So this is my current list of photo and video accessories that I recommend for shooting photos and videos on your smartphone. Honestly, you don't need even half or a fraction of these accessories to take great photos and videos on your phone. I have another video that kind of deep dives into the things that you should focus on if you do want to up the quality of your smartphone videos and photos. But yeah, these are all of the options that I can think of to really build out a rig if that's what you're interested in. But again, you don't have to do that. So let me know what you think in the comments below, which of these accessories that you use or you think are super essential, and if there are any other accessories that I have not talked about, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.